Good morning, everybody. It's Sarah Brockwell. This is another time in Resilient Faith, and today is called Mary Magdalene, Apostle of the Apostles. Mary of Magdala, let's be more correct. Mary Magdalene is this sort of super created character in Scripture, and you can look inside of my written reflection to kind of see how poor Mary Magdalene's name and reputation have been tossed about quite a bit over the years. But Mary of Magdala, right? There's a lot of Marys in Scripture, but Mary Magdala is someone I feel I have a lot in common with. Jesus, the only thing we really know about her is that she had 7 demons. What those demons were, we don't know. Jesus helped to get rid of them, and then she began to follow him and support him, probably monetarily and as a disciple, as she walked across the lands with him. There's nothing else, no Da Vinci Code here, but just to know that Mary Magdalene was very important to Jesus. She was there in all 4 Gospels underneath the foot of the cross with Mary, the mother of Jesus. She was there at the foot of the cross when they brought him down. And she was there at the tomb when everyone else had left. And she, the apostle of the apostles, is the first one to declare that Jesus was gone from the tomb and that he had risen, especially in John's gospel, which is where we're going to spend our meditation today. It's probably my favorite gospel story of all time. Mary Magdalene is sitting after everyone and everything is done, and she goes to the tomb and she sees that it's empty, and she goes and tells the disciples, and they simply don't understand. And so she's left at the tomb thinking someone has come in to take Jesus away from her and from the world. Who would steal a dead body? And what would they do with it? Let's take a deep breath as we sink into this moment after Easter, this meditation on Mary of Magdala. So let's take a deep breath. Release. And now with your eyes closed, or just a soft gaze ahead. I'm taking this from John's Gospel, and I want you to imagine yourself as Mary. But you, Mary, you stayed outside the tomb weeping, and as you wept, you bent over into the tomb and saw 2 angels in white sitting there, one at the head and one at the feet of where Jesus had been. And they say to you, "Woman, why are you weeping?" And you say back, "They have taken my Lord, and I don't know where they laid him." When you say this, you turn around and you see Jesus, but you don't know it's Jesus. How are you feeling? Are you afraid there's a strange man here? And he says to you, "Woman, why are you weeping? Who are you looking for?" And you think, this must be the gardener. "Oh, sir, gardener, if you took him away, can you tell me where they put him or where you put him? I'll take him somewhere. I'm so sorry." And then Jesus says to you, "Mary." And you turn and you look and you say the word, "Rabboni." Jesus tells you, "Mary, don't hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to my Father, but go tell my brothers and tell them again, I am going to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." And so you go and announce to the disciples, I have seen the Lord. I have seen Jesus. He's back. He's not dead. In this moment, you recognize that the friend that you had has changed. Life is never going to be the same again. There aren't going to be any more walks across the desert or private conversations when things are quiet. Not the same. But Mary of Magdala allows us to know that sometimes when we feel we've lost Jesus, or we can't find him, or we keep seeing angels and hearing people proclaim his name and we don't feel anything, we too can have an encounter. We too can be seated at the throne of God and not experience. We have to be open. We have to be ready. Sometimes we have to be vulnerable and torn down the way Mary was, lost and distraught, for things to make sense. And so on this day after the resurrection, we ask that you keep enjoying your time with Jesus. This is the Easter season. And if you lose your way over the next 50 days, and if you fear that you are missing Christ at every turn, sit down, look into the tomb, be the friend that Mary was to Jesus. Ask for her guidance and her counsel, because she, just like Mary, mother of Jesus, will point you right toward her friend, right toward the Christ. The apostle of the apostles blesses all of us, teaches all of us, and guides all of us in wisdom.